We studied the Code of the West for 4 weeks, and the 10 principles in the Code of the West gave the students a solid foundation upon which to build their own code.
When you live each day with courage, it makes you feel like you've pushed yourself to do something that you may have been afraid to do in the past.
Always finish what you start is a big one. That's important in life, not just in cowboy ethics, but everywhere.
But pride in your work was really good. If you put your name on it, it should be representative of who you are.
Know where to draw the line, not just in your head, but let people know where your line is.
We started to talk about how important it is for students to have their own code to live by. So I started calling it the 11th principle and asked the students to start thinking about what is the code that they live by, what's the 11th principle.
My personal code is get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
The world is only as dark as you think.
What you put in is what you get out.
My personal code is fear is a sign of growth.
My code is each day is a new life, the sky is the limit.
Never dull your shine for someone else.
And this code means that if you get uncomfortable with something, it's okay, because you have to get used to that situation.
You can always find a brighter side.
If you put a legitimate effort into your work, you'll do well. But if I only did it like the period before, I wouldn't do so well.
I've always been real shy and afraid to do things, and then I realized that it was getting easier and easier.
To me, it means each day it's a new life for you because you really don't know what's gonna happen the next day.
There is no reason that you should try to change who you are to make someone else happy. That was really a problem for me when I was in middle school. I was always trying to fit in and trying to make other people happy instead of doing what was best for me.
It turned out to be the most important code and the most important principle of the entire Code of the West, because it's a code that they develop on their own and that they can live by.
It just really helps me on being a stronger person.
Well, it gives me something to live by, so that way I can apply it to every day.
I learned that you're gonna really have to use this code if you're gonna come up with it.
Yeah, fear does stop me a little bit still, but when I think of my code, I'm able to accomplish it.
Having the students develop their own code taps into their own intrinsic motivation, and that allows them to do well on their own and not be influenced by extrinsic motivation. You know, I'll pay you $5 for an A, or you get the car taken away. It's, I want to do this well for myself. And that's what I think the Code of the West and developing their own code has done for the students.